Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that every drop of oil on Earth now belongs to you. Not metaphorically, not politically, literally. Every oil well, every barrel, every pipeline, every tanker crossing the ocean, all of it. Your phone rings immediately. It's the entire world. The first call is from a very polite European leader. Hello, good morning. We would like to discuss friendship. The second call is less polite. It's a very large country with a very large military, asking if you are interested in cooperation. The third call is from someone who didn't even introduce themselves. They just said, how much? And suddenly you realize something very important. Oil is not just a resource. It's the nervous system of modern civilization. Cars need it, planes need it, ships need it, factories need it. Even the trucks delivering vegan tofu to eco-friendly grocery stores somehow need it. Oil is everywhere. It powers economies. It starts wars. It ends wars. And now, you control it. Which means the global economy now depends on your mood. If you wake up grumpy, gasoline becomes expensive. If you wake up happy, the stock market goes up. If you wake up confused, well, several governments may collapse. Because oil is not just about energy, it's about power. Massive, ridiculous, world-shaping power. Imagine the meetings. Presidents fly across the planet just to sit across the table from you. They bring charts, graphs, very serious economic forecasts. You bring coffee, and maybe a donut. They explain global supply chains. You nod thoughtfully while checking memes on your phone. Because technically, they're asking you for permission to run their entire economies. You are now the unofficial thermostat of the planet. Too much oil, prices crash. Too little oil, markets panic. Somewhere on Earth, a finance minister is screaming into a spreadsheet. Meanwhile, you are deciding whether production should increase this month, or if you should just take a nap. And this is where things become truly absurd. Because controlling oil doesn't just mean controlling fuel. It means controlling geopolitics. Countries that hated each other yesterday suddenly become best friends. Countries that were allies yesterday suddenly become very nervous. Pipelines appear on maps like spaghetti. Tankers move across oceans like giant metal whales. Everyone wants access. Everyone wants security. Everyone wants a deal. Your calendar now looks like a strange international festival of desperate diplomacy. One day you meet energy ministers. The next day you meet billionaires. The day after that you meet people who claim to represent strategic interests. Nobody explains what those interests are. But everyone talks about stability, and by stability, they mean one thing: oil. Lots of oil, reliable oil, cheap oil. Except now the supply is controlled by you, one person, which is a terrible idea, because humans are not known for making calm, rational decisions at global scale. One bad decision and suddenly, airlines panic, shipping costs explode, politicians give emergency speeches. Somewhere, a news anchor says the phrase, global crisis, 5 times in one sentence. Meanwhile, you are still trying to understand how gasoline prices work. And the absurdity grows. Lobbyists appear, economists appear, experts appear. Everyone has advice. Lower production. No, increase production. No, stabilize the market. No, destabilize the market slightly, but strategically. Eventually, you realize something. Nobody actually knows what they're doing. They just sound confident. So you make a completely random decision. You spin a chair. You flip a coin. You ask a cat. Somehow, the global market reacts immediately. Stock prices move. Currencies shift. News channels explode with analysis. Experts say this decision signals a new phase in global energy strategy. You stare at the screen. You flipped a coin. But the illusion of control is powerful. The world believes you are a mastermind, a grand strategist, a mysterious architect of global energy flows. In reality, you are eating pizza and wondering why everything smells like gasoline. And yet the power is real, because oil still runs the world. Every truck delivering food, every airplane crossing continents, every massive cargo ship carrying electronics, clothes, machines. Behind all of it is energy. And for over a century, that energy has mostly come from oil. So when you control oil, you control movement, trade, industry, transportation, even politics. Countries negotiate differently when their fuel tanks depend on you. Alliances shift, new partnerships form, old rivalries soften, or explode, sometimes both. And eventually the world begins to change. Slowly at first. then faster. Because the moment one person controls oil, everyone starts asking a dangerous question. What if we didn't need it anymore? Suddenly, there are meetings about solar power, wind farms, electric cars, hydrogen, nuclear. Entire industries appear overnight trying to escape your control, which is ironic, because by controlling oil, you might accidentally accelerate the end of oil. The world starts reinventing energy, not out of curiosity, but out of survival. And that might be the strangest twist of all. You wanted power, you wanted influence, you wanted control. But by holding the world's oil supply in your hands, you forced the world to imagine a future without it. And one day you wake up, the phone stops ringing, the meetings disappear, the tankers sail quietly. And someone tells you something unexpected. Oil still matters, but not as much as it used to. Which means the most powerful resource on Earth was never oil. It was time. Time for the world to change. And all it took was giving the oil to you.